Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Gaming Den. My name is Tyler, and today we're jumping into another PvP battle with Sir Jellybean. Be sure to check out his channel as well, as he will be uploading his own voiceover of each PvP battle that we do. And this was really a fantastic game. Really enjoyed it. Just like the other one. So again, it's a similar kind of strategy. We're going to be basically, so Jellybean's heading for the center. This map's actually really cool, and we're playing as the United States today. So basically, I'm going to head for the flanks again. This map has some really good defensive positions around the points. So we're heading in with the infantry. I can't remember which doctrine I'm using for the US. I think it's Rangers. I think it's the one with the Rangers. I do enjoy the one with the Paras, where the paratrooper units are really good. The Paras have some great skins as well. So yes, moving in now. I'm gonna secure this bunker communications area. Again, there's some great maps in Liberation DLC. If you haven't got it yet, because you're not too sure, the price and that, I do recommend it if you're gonna play it, because the US is a great faction. The new maps are really nice. I would love to see the devs of Gates of Hell actually, there's a lot of small fixes they need to make. They need to sort of play around with the pathfinding and improve that. I think the US does need, rebalancing in some areas, because it can be quite OP. The 50 cals are the 50 cals are quite OP, to be honest. And the bazookas as well. But as you can see, so Jellybean is struggling a bit with the center. The enemy is already there with bike. They've got infantry. So now they're retreating. But again, they've got infantry there. And so Jellybean is holding back a bit. He doesn't want to rush in, because it's probably going to be an ambush, most likely. Because they got guys in and around the church. Again, this was annoying. The Jeep was going so quickly, it forgot to turn. Look, and then, anyway, and it goes for a fence. Anyway. I know that the enemy are probably going to come this way. I just sent, because this map's quite big and that point is far away, I decided to send a small Jeep recon unit, because they've got 30 cal. I've got 2 extra guys. I think they can hold the point until I can get reinforcements there anyway. As you can see, I pinged the map on the east side there, and I pinged that, and I was saying to Sir Jellybean, I don't like this. I'm going to send some guys there because I like to have a broad front line, like a broad front line. I don't like having these big gaps where the enemy could push and flank us. I said this in the previous PvP as well. I don't like it when the enemy have the ability to just punch through an open area in our flank. Because, a lot of people don't think about it. Because because I was in the army, my mind just thinks that way. So, because my mind thinks that way, most gamers don't really think that way, I noticed, but there are some, and there are other ex-military playing these games, so I always like to secure my flanks. It's like #1 priority for me, secure the flanks. Once you secure the flanks, you can push out more. That's kind of my strategy with Conquest. That's my strategy with RTS games in general. Is I like to, if it's like this kind of thing where I need to capture a point and then I need to capture another point that's further away, I like to capture a point, dig in, secure it, and then build another force. So I like to build a new force, a fresh force that's going to push out of that point I just captured. If I'm able to, I do that. As you can see, I quickly moved up a 50 cal just to provide some heavy machine gun support to Sir Jellybean over here. Because he just had some infantry. Now he's got a vehicle coming up, but he did only have infantry, and they had a lot of guys in here, because both players have sent like a squad or two. So the 50 cal, and just lighten them up, because again, the 50 is OP as hell. It is really OP. It's like the Dushka, but even more powerful. I'm just kind of spraying right now. because I'm not sure where the enemy are, so I'm just firing into the buildings. I'm trying to be careful, but you will see that even being careful, shit happens like that. So yeah, shit happens. They took me out. Anyway, it's a cheap half track, nothing crazy. Oh, actually, I am playing as the airborne doctrine. Great, because I love them. But as you can see, I always spread my guys out, and this is the one of the best features in Gates of Hell. This is a really fantastic feature that isn't in the other games. But being able to hold right click and spread your guys out on cover is so useful. It's unbelievable. It saves so much time. This guy again pissing me off. He just dead checked my the half track. So what we're doing, so I'm moving these airborne guys up to secure the flank. Again, I will say it 100 times. I like my flank secure. Again, this one's not so secure but you can see I looked at it, then I'm looking at what I can buy. I'm trying to figure out, okay, can I afford to send anything up to that far western point, because I don't like it. There's only a 30 cal and 2 guys, so it's not a lot to hold off like actual proper assault. You know, I like to do mechanized assaults, but you know, you work with what you've got. Again, my guys here are a bit bunched up, and it's a mistake that I made. It happens sometimes, but I was trying to move these guys in bit by bit, but there wasn't a lot of cover, and they're all bunched up, and I do pay for that mistake. As you can see, that guy's about to throw a grenade. Bam. See, that's how I paid for that mistake. But yeah, they're direct controlling that guy for 100%. But I took him out. Yeah, they definitely direct controlled that guy a couple times. It would be interesting actually if even, you know, when the enemy direct control unit, if a marker could appear above it, just so we know, that would be cool. I would like to know when they're direct controlling something. So as you can see, so Jellybean's got a Greyhound. I think he's moved a Greyhound vehicle in. They're pretty good little armored vehicle. Not tough, to be honest, but they've got a 50 and they've got like a 30 mil cannon maybe. It's fairly good, but as you can see, they've got something moving in up there. So we are now just trying to hold the middle, because the middle is getting a bit, it's quite kinetic. They are pushing on the middle, and again, you can just see a pattern here with a lot of gamers on Gates of Hell. They go straight for the middle. They could have taken my flank by now, and maybe I could have taken theirs, but we were just trying to, because the middle you can branch out. It's important, even if you can't take the middle, it's important to keep pressure on the enemy force there. Very, very important to keep pressure, and just like they're keeping pressure on us, it's kind of forcing both of us, I mean the opponents and me and Sir Jellybean, we're all being forced by each other to kind of stay in the middle, because we're putting pressure there, so much pressure. They're putting a lot of pressure, we're putting a lot of pressure, so it's kind of forcing us to keep our units there. Obviously in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, I want to flank. I love a flanking maneuver. I want to flank, but I don't have the resources right now or the manpower to do a flanking maneuver on their far left flank, on the southeastern flank over there. More south. But as you can see, that they got guys in these buildings, and I'm just thinking I would love to demolish them, but I don't have anything heavy enough. The doctrine does allow me to call in like 250 and 50 kilogram bombs. As you can see, enemy flamer just squirted his load everywhere. But so Jellybean's like direct controlling that one guy, trying to get grenades in there, because we're trying to clear these damn buildings out, man. They keep putting guys in there, and it's kind of, we're not able to advance. As you can see, I will direct control this guy, just trying to take him out. And I take cover because he realized I'm there. But yeah, he managed to take me out because he's got a semi-auto. So I sent my whole squad out there. I was like, fuck this. See how many guys you can fucking take out. So he knows I got guys in there, but bam, bam. I sent my whole squad out there. I had enough of it. Then I get them on that wall. I'm trying not to get flanked. I've got a Stuart who's kind of putting pressure on that building with the 50. I think it's got it's got 330s, yeah. So 330 cals and a main cannon, which is 37 mil. Pretty good. Just to think, like modern infantry fighting vehicles have like 30 mil cannons. The US is like auto cannon, which is devastating. Like the Bradley. Same with like the Russian BTR 83A, I think it is, or 82A, and their other BTRs. But yeah, like modern armored vehicles are devastating. Those 30 mil autocannons. As you can see, so Jellybean just took a building, just deleted the building. And I believe that's because he's got this World War One mortar or something. Something like that. So when I was looking over there just a minute ago, and then looking at what I could buy, it's because I was thinking, oh, that's a good shot by Sir Jellybean. I was thinking, how I want to flank it. You can see I'm looking at that point. I'm like, damn it, how I want to flank it. So I'm saving up resources, just trying to hold the center. You can see they're taking pressure off a bit. Obviously when that happens, they're probably either out of resources or they're building up to something. So as you can see, I'm waiting because I want to get an infantry unit and a Sherman, and I want to flank. That is my strategy. That's my idea. I want to do a mechanized and armored assault with like one Sherman, one infantry unit, and I want to take that fortified position on their far left. Again, my strategy behind that is never to take the point. Like my first thought is not, I don't want to take the point and win the game. That isn't my kind of first thought. My first thought is I want to force the enemy to split up their forces. Because they're gonna have to send guys that way. As you can see, they're trying to come up on me. They're trying to. I went in a bit balls. They're like, I went in ballsy then, and they're basically getting caught off now. There you go. So like that's annoying sometimes. Is like they take so many rounds, man. Some of these infantry take so many rounds. It's crazy. So as you can see now, bam, I'm gonna grab a Sherman, and as you can see, I'm gonna send it that way. And I won't go straight in because I'm gonna save up now, and I'm gonna get a fairly good infantry unit, and I'm gonna take Delta. That is my idea. Again, but the enemy are not thinking about that. They haven't even attempted to flank us. They're just really they're all in that area where I just pinged on the minimap. They're all just kind of condensed in that one area, just trying to come down this main road. And as you can see, they lost a Marder because they were trying to come straight down that main road. And they're not trying to think about, okay, I'm not even talking about a full flanking maneuver like I'm doing. Even just trying to come around, slightly around the middle point and hit us from behind. That's what I would be doing. That's what I would be thinking about. And that's what I did with my Paras. You can see I don't even have, on the mini map in the middle, you can see I don't even have my guys in the point. They're slightly outside of it, just holding that kind of left flank of the point. So again, there's no one really coming this way. I can't remember if they did or not. They might send like a recon, a recce in force, or recce in combat, but they didn't, I don't think. But I definitely did. I didn't send a recce in combat or a recce in force. I sent a full freaking armored assault unit. But yeah, so the pressure's coming. Like the pressure's coming off now. You can see they got a tank. We managed to ping that. And for me, it looks like they're coming my way. I'm like, oh crap. they got a Panzer IV coming on my far right flank, and I was just a bit like, oh shit. But I think I decided to go with the small little recce unit. Yeah, I do. So I decided to go with the small recce unit to start with, and I believe I do. I lose quite a few. Is it this map, or is it this match, or another match? I can't remember, but I know there's one match on this map where I lose a lot of tanks on that far left flank, taking the enemy point. Like I take it and I hold it, but I lose a lot of tanks doing it. I can't remember if it's this one or another one. I think it might be this one. But at the end of the day, like taking and holding that point and forcing the enemy. So in this match, in this battle, my plan worked better than in the last game, because I forced them to divert quite a lot of forces and resources to trying to hold that point, trying to take it back from me, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So as you can see, I'm heading up. I'm going to have the Sherman provide some fire support, and just obliterate them. So yeah, so I'm going to have the Sherman, basically, for some reason he's gone off of HE, and I'll turn it back. I'm like, why? There's no tanks there. But yeah, I just start obliterating the enemy in this point, and this is it. The Sherman's going to provide fire support and basically kill the enemy, and also force the enemy to kind of keep their heads down if there's any left in there. And the infantry is gonna move up onto the trenches and take them. Yeah, I believe it is this match where I lose some stuff. But that's right. Yes. Okay, I remember now. That's the, because I was wondering which infantry squad. I couldn't remember, but I bring a special forces infantry squad. Now that German half track right there with the Pack 40 is devastating. It's really good. You gotta be careful. It's really weak armor, but if it gets a direct hit on you with an AP round, but Sir Jellybean takes care of it. Good fucking shot. Yeah, so Sherman's providing. I'm not moving in yet. As you can see, I saw that tank coming in my direction. I'm like, okay, they probably got a tank coming my way. So I decided to move the Sherman up a bit, and I decided to go in early. So I decided to go in early because in my mind they were sending the whole tank this way. So I was like, okay, let me just get guys in the trenches out of harm's way, and force them to focus on my tank. So this is the special forces, like commando unit. These guys are really good. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have them take and secure this point. While this recce unit just kind of keeps the enemy busy, because they're not really gonna take care of these trenches. There's just too many guys. So I'm waiting for the spec ops to get there, so I can take care of the infantry that's left in the trenches. But this is a really fun match. I love flanking. I've said it before, but I freaking love it. Yeah, so here you go. I can see I know they got a tank coming. I'm hunting it. I'm like, okay, where is it? It's coming from somewhere. And I lose like 4 tanks on this flank. I swear to God. Their tanks just take so many hits, man. These Shermans are weak. Like, they're cheaper, I think, than the German tanks. I haven't really checked, but they're pretty weak. So this is where I get my guys down. And I'm like, okay, I need to bring another Sherman in. So I believe, but no, I can't remember which one I bring in. Okay, I bring a 76. Yeah. I was a little bit annoyed. Because one thing with Gates of Hell that's really annoying to me is the line of sight mechanic needs something doing into it, because sometimes the enemy can see me so easily, but they're not showing up on for me, right? So I'm showing up for them, but they're not showing up for me, even if we're staring at each other in a field. It's very, very weird. So sometimes it happens where I can see them and they can't see me, and it's the other way around. That needs to be fixed. That needs to be played around with a bit. So Jellybean sent a freaking Rambo dude with a rifle grenade. He took out this damn thing with a rifle grenade, but gets taken out. I've got a 76. This is when I see my opportunity, thanks to Sir Jellybean, by sacrificing that guy for me. I see my opportunity to run my commandos into the trenches and hold that point. So now I'm going to take and hold that point while the 76 Sherman moves up. Again, like I said, the Shermans are pretty weak, like when it comes to armor and such. German tanks will take most Shermans will get taken out pretty easily, even by like a Panzer 3 H will take a Sherman out with a heat round in one hit probably. I've done it. So yeah, the Shermans like the US have been balanced, but I think there's some area where they're still out, where there's a little bit of imbalance still. So this is where basically I'm moving up because I'm like, oh, the Panzer 4 is right there, and then I can't see it. It's not showing up. I'm like, okay, where is it? And for some reason, I still can't see it. I'm like, what's going on? And then I get fired at from over there. I'm like, oh crap! So I wasn't able to stop in time, and then I went on to a bit of a hill. I was like, oh, crap. So yeah, it's a bit. That was my fault there. And now I try and come back, and again, the Panzer 4 is right there, but it's not. It didn't show up until it fired. But now I'm getting attacked by 2 tanks, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So yeah, that Panzer 4, 1 hit, 1 kill. It's insane. The Panzer 4's just punched so hard. So I've already lost 2 tanks on this flank. Pretty big losses. But I'm like, okay, I'll bring another tank. Anyway, we're gonna win, but I'll bring another tank. So, just bringing these guys up. But yeah, they got, again, Shermans that they're pretty weak. Some of them. But you know, the German tanks, you know, that is realistic. To be fair, German tanks were a lot better than American tanks. Even the Persian, you know, was not that much of a match for like the more powerful German tanks like the Panther, Tiger, King Tiger. Those tanks were beasts. They were way ahead of their time. Yeah, they got a Sturmpanzer there. That thing's devastating. I mean, for infantry, if you're going to attack a very heavy fortified position, you want that thing to just blitz that area before going in. So I'm just going to run over a cow because it's in my way. At least the troops will have some stakes after the battle. As you can see, the enemies, they think they're still putting a lot of resources into the center, but they're not getting anywhere with it. They're not getting anywhere at all. So again, I'm hunting, I'm moving up, I'm being probably a bit too brave, but again, they're not showing up. Even though if you can see the line of sight thing is lighting up the map, but bam, you see, it didn't show up even though I was over it. So that's, you know, I feel like that's something that needs rebalancing a bit. Now bring another tank for the lols. But yeah, you can see then my line of sight thing was lighting up the map, but the Panzer 4 wasn't showing up for some reason until it shot me. So that needs a bit rebalanced there, to be honest. Then they cooked it off. So yeah, that's 3 tanks on that flank. Pretty heavy losses, but it allowed me to take the point, and they weren't able to take it back, you know. So the objective was, the mission was a success, but just losses. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. This PvP battle with Sir Jellybean, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you